Okay, so now let's look at specifically the on-demand work that I want you to do for this class. I've already explained all of the other stuff, and it's not hard to figure out, but this one particularly right here, the writing task, okay? This one I want you to do as part of, it's the next stage after an assignment that you gave me in class number 1. So let's go take a quick look at class number 1 over here. And if you remember, I asked you for your current writing progress over here. Now, what you gave me in this assignment was basically the work that you did in the first semester where you filled out this form, writing task number 1, where you did all of the journal research and the book research and the URLs that you did. Now, this is a sample from a student that's already handed me theirs. I took out their name to protect their privacy. Basically, you've got yours, and I want you to go back into your computer, or it's always here in the first class, your current writing progress, you can re-download that. Now, once you've got that ready, and like I've got it here, I've got it ready here, okay? What I want you to do now is to go back to our class number 5 this week and come here to the writing task 1 upload. That, by the way, that's due November 21st, so you don't have to stress. It's not due on the weekend or anything like that, but it's a good idea to watch this video now and get an idea of what I want you to do. We're going to be doing this in the class again as well, but, you know, it's a good idea to watch this. Now, click on that, and you'll go into the assignment itself. And I want you to download this document, 2021 Second Semester Writing Task 1 Cruise. Okay, download that and get that ready on your computer, and it'll look something like, okay, this is the original document that you gave me in your current writing progress. But if you download that document from this week's Moodle, it'll look like this. Okay, let's go up to the top. This is the writing task step 3. You see right here where it says step 3? This is what we're going to be working on for this week's Moodle. So I want you to put in your name. Okay, I want you to put in your ID number before you submit it. So don't forget, you have to put in the name and the ID number. And basically, it's the assignment is on step 3 is to get your ideas to the point where you have topic sentences for everything that you put in to this 2022 writing task, beginning at the analysis. And the analysis, if you remember, is down here, okay? And the analysis incorporated all kinds of things on outlining. Now, find this point here, step 2, writing task outlining, where you're talking about the name of the building, the material, or whatever it was that you wanted to talk about. In the case of this student, it's about robots in space, okay, which is, I think that's a great topic. So you'll find that all of this, the name of the building, material, machines and stuff like that, that has the same part over here in the assignment that you can download from Moodle. Okay, so for example, right here, it says the name of the building, material, machine, or the chemical. Okay, you'll find that over here. Now, what I want you to do is the information that you put down to answer this, okay, I want you to bring it over here. So in this case, this student entered space robot, which, by the way, I think is a really fascinating topic. So let's just copy that, and we'll bring it over here. Now, you're going to end up copying this with some formatting from Word, but you can just remove that formatting if you want to and just go with the bullets and lists as imported style none. If you take out that formatting, it'll take out that annoying number 1, okay, because you don't need that. Then come over here. Now you need the surprising fact under that. So that's also over here, surprising fact. Some robots work autonomously without remote human control. Let's copy that. Let's paste it over here. And that also will have one of those annoying numbered things. So just make sure that you highlight all of this, tell it that you don't want to style, and it'll come right over. Let's copy that last surprising fact. The robots are designed to be used for at least 10 years. Okay, let's copy that. Bring that over here. And let's take out that imported style. Okay. Now, you'll see that this student has already written basically 2 good sentences. So because this is all you really want to do, you want to put up these topic sentences, then there isn't that much more that you have to do. But right here where it says space robot, okay, this isn't a sentence, okay? So this is something that needs to be made into at least something of a sentence at this point. Everything, you should always be thinking in English in terms of subject, verb, object, SVO. So let's change this over into something that's a little bit more of a sentence. In this case, something very general, like space robots are very useful and cool. Now, that's not the most academic thing that you're going to write, but at least it's a sentence. It starts making you think in terms of sentences. So you have to find the rest of that information, the name of the architect, the designer, the inventor, the background aspects, and all of those things you actually put already here. Now, see where it says the supporting detail? There's supporting detail up here, supporting detail number 1, supporting detail number 2. You don't have to do anything with that. You just have to put up the surprising facts, the background aspects, whatever this is asking for, okay? Put that sentence in here, okay? Now, there's a second part to this, okay? And that's on quoting and paraphrasing key ideas. Now, what do you do with this? Well, basically, if you read these instructions, okay, it says, do you remember researching your notes in step 1? Go back to those websites and books and write down 3 quotes. So, for example, if you go back to this student's work, okay, up at the very top of this student listed, okay, all of the journals, all of the books, and all of the websites that they use to research this topic. And what the instructions are is to go back to the notes that you took when you were reading those books, reading those journal articles, and to find an original quote from the book or from the person and put them in there and then paraphrase them. So let me show you how to do that. Now, for example, there are lots of websites that he watched. He watched a YouTube video. The student read some books and some journals. Now, let's say he was writing a paper on SpaceX and Elon Musk, and he wanted to go back to the website where he read an interview with Elon Musk. Now, I actually found, for example, a website with Elon Musk over here. Okay, and this Elon Musk website is the one we're going to use. So let's say he found something in the body of the website that looked really interesting. So for example, I found something really interesting here on persistence, or the idea of never giving up, okay? So let's say you want to copy this quote, but turns out that some websites don't allow you to copy the content. Well, then just look at it, okay, and write it down. Bring it over here, okay? Persistence is very important. So go back to your document where you're typing, and it's over here. So here's the original quote. Persistence is very important. So there's your quote, okay? Now what's a paraphrase? A paraphrase is a way of taking the same information and using it in a way that is using different words, so that then you're not trying to say that what Elon Musk said is what you said, okay? So paraphrasing is to say basically the same thing using different words. And in this case, persistence, or not giving up, is very important. You could just use the same words sometimes, but just in a different order, it'll become a different sentence. So for example, it is very important to never give up. There you go. Same meaning, different order, slightly different words. You're going to get a completely different sentence with the same meaning. Okay? Now, this is very important, so that if you want to be able to use this later on, those two sentences don't give you a lot of information about what you were looking at. So you make sure that you write down the name of the book, the name of the journal, maybe even the pages that it was on. In the case of a website, you can just get the URL, copy the URL, go back to your word processing document and put in the URL, or put in the name of the book and the page number, put in the name of the journal article and the page number. It's a reference for you to be able to easily find that. Now, there are 3 of these that you have to do, so make sure that you do all of that, save the document, and then put that back into the assignment here, the writing task upload. Okay, now I'll switch this over to student mode for just a second here so you can see what I'm talking about. And I'll also move this into Japanese. So you take that and you upload that here as a file upload, and that's all for the assignment. Now, if you need to take a little bit of time, remember it's due on November 21st, so it should be okay. Just make sure that you get it all done. Okay? Thanks very much. See you in class. Bye-bye.